Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Professor Loki, and in this video I'll be doing something new. It is non-smite related, but I hope you guys still enjoy. It is going to be essentially a beginner's walkthrough through this game. This game is called Epic 7. It is an anime turn-based RPG game. The pros and cons of this game is that the pros are animations are great, story I heard is good, not much of a story person, and the combat is it's turn-based. There's not much left to describe it. It's turn-based, and the game is incredibly flashy and very addicting to watch. It is one of those games where it's aesthetically pleasing, so definitely a good aspect of the game. The downside is that the game can be grindy, but of course, if you played games like Warframe, then this is like completely just not even in the tier list, because Warframe is probably the most grindiest game I've ever played. And if you played any other MMO games, then this is not really that grindy. But if you're a casual player, then this can be grindy, so just be aware that, just like any other game, most games are grindy, so expect with that. And this game is heavily dependent on RNG in terms of gear. That is another con. But another good pro is that this game is incredibly free to play. This is one of the most free to play games on mobile. This is a mobile game, just FYI. I am currently playing this on an emulator though, so I definitely recommend downloading an emulator. You can go BlueStacks, Nox Player, and Mimu, or whatever it's called. I'm using LD Player, but it is made by a Chinese company, so you know how that goes with Chinese companies, TikTok. So let's get straight into it. I'm gonna try to make this a short video. I don't want to make this a 30-minute long video. I want to make this like a 10 to 15-minute video. I'm gonna walk you guys through to the beginning and tell you what you guys should and shouldn't do for those who are interested in wanting to play the game. Let's get straight to it. So again, in the first part, you'll be going through tutorials. Just read it, watch it, whatever. Just do what the tutorial says. Itself is a pretty self-explanatory game. There are 3 abilities. You use those abilities to hit those guys or your own teammate if it's like a healing or a buff or something like that. If you played any RPG games, this is kind of like walk in the park. You just go through the tutorial, or if you are you most likely be a new player, so this won't apply to you. But I'm gonna skip the tutorial to make this faster. Okay, I have finished the intro. The intro literally just takes like 3 minutes, so it's no big deal. And you're introduced with this daily check-in. You log in once a day and it just progresses. You don't lose if you skip a day. You just continue off where you start. It is very important for you to log in at least once a day so you can get this beautiful thing. This is the best thing in this entire thing. And of course, the 4 or 5 ticket summon thing. New player, you log in once a day. It doesn't have to be consecutively, just once a day. Oh, no, it says here you do need to log in consecutively. Okay, just log in once a day. It's not hard. And you can eventually get a free 4 or 5 summon ticket. And these 2 gears are going to be your carry. These gear sets will carry you for most of the game for adventure. You're also given blessings. If you're a person who has a lot of free time, I recommend using the most you can. You have 6 days for 30% experience and 30% gold gain. Use this to your advantage, please. Once you complete your first mission and forward, you'll be randomly getting these things called fodders. These are 2 stars, so all 2 stars are fodders. Fodders are essentially used, they are characters, but they're really trash, and you use these characters to make other characters stronger. Always pick up the chests as you go down. These little statue things, there's 2 of them. There's a soul one, which is what this is, it's blue. Then there's the healing station, which is green. They're random. The blue ones gives you soul burn, which I'll talk about more in a bit here. And the green one heals your party. Okay, the game is currently explaining me what soul burn is, so I'm gonna skip the tutorial because I know what it is. Soul burn is these things. You see these little blue things here, and then you see the little bar down here too. This bar represents, so once this bar reaches full, it gives you 1 giant blue flame. To get 1 giant blue flame, you would need 10 souls, right? 10 souls to get 1 soul burn. Your abilities, if you hold left mouse on your abilities, it'll tell you the description of them. If you can see here, my ultimate here gives me 2 souls if I use it. If I use this ability, I get 4 souls, and if I use this ability, I get 1 soul, right? So if I get 10, I get 1 big giant blue flame, and then it goes again. 10, another big blue flame, and then so forth. If you have enough blue flames, you can enhance your ability. So you see the little white icon right here? every character has one soul burn of one of their abilities. For Asaria, this is the character I'm using, Asaria, she can soul burn her auto attacks. And as you can see, this went from white to blue because I have 2 soul burns and it requires 1 soul burn. And then you just left click on whoever you want. I'm going to target the boss. And the boss is dead. Pretty good.
Just getting started.
And this is the part where it's introducing me to a free-to-play system called Connections. Connections is a way for you to, for free-to-play users to get free characters just by meeting the requirements of those characters. So I'm going to skip the tutorial here. I'm going to click, I'm going to skip the tutorial. Come on. There we go. There we go. Click the Connections is always where a character is, like it's right here. You click the character, and as you can see, the first character you'll get for free is called Aether. It's a he. He is going to give you, he's going to be your first healer, and he's not a bad healer either. So definitely use him if you have no other healers. And I just got Aether. So connection complete. You can see the story. Skip it if you want, and then boom, you get a free character. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to tell you guys some of the notable characters to keep your eye on. The first character obviously is Aether. Aether is free. You get him literally after the second adventure battle, 1-2. He is going to be your main healer until you get a better healer. He is replaceable, but he's okay. He does the job. Your second free character is going to be Free Spirit Tiara. Very good character. She's probably going to be your main DPS for the whole adventure because her entire skills, just recently, they made it where all of her skills are immediately maxed out for free. So yeah, free. It's going to be, she's very powerful. She's going to give you that chance to defense break. Defense break means you reduce the enemy's armor, which is one of the most busted debuffs in the entire game. Very good. You'll be using it for your main DPS. Other notable characters in the future is Alexa. Alexa is right here. She's going to be your Wyvern DPS. Another character, Momo. Momo will be your healer. Once you get her, you will definitely replace Aether with Momo. Lorena is another really good character. She is a nuker, a single target damage dealer, very good, and I recommend her to get her as fast as possible and then get her to level 50 as fast as possible so you can start her specialty change. Next is Crozet, or however you pronounce his name. He is going to be your frontliner for your Wyvern team, and you'll be noticing me talking about Wyvern a lot, but I'll talk about that more down the road. As long if this episode gets good enough views or likes or whatever, I will continue making this, and if I do, I'll be talking about more about Wyvern in detail. But for now, you don't have to worry about that too much. Yuna is not really required, but she's not bad either if you want to get her. She gives everyone like attack up and speed buff and increased combat readiness, so she's definitely not bad, but you can ignore her if you want. And the last, probably the most required character you want after Alexa and Crozet is Furious. Furious is going to be your debuffer for your Wyvern. So you have Alexa, you have Crozet, and then you have Furious. That's 3 out of the 4 requirements to have a full Wyvern team. And again, I'll talk more about Wyvern as the videos are made. So as you can see, the game is very free-to-play friendly. All those characters are absolutely free for you. There's no RNG about it. All you gotta do is meet the requirements and you'll get those characters. And those requirements are not that absurd. The second thing that the game wants you to learn is this. This is going to give you a bunch of rewards. It's self-explanatory. It says here, clear 1-4, you get 10,000 gold. Complete Selective Summon, get free health gear, right? Like it's not complicated. Once you finish this whole thing, you can continue growing adventure, adapt adventure, and remarkable adventure, and so forth. This is another free-to-play aspect of the game. Very, very good. One more note, it's also probably, if you're confused and you don't know what to do, you can also follow this guide and it literally tells you what to do. So yeah, just follow it. You know, it's no-brainer. By the way, this is a good note to start. If you click on the top left here, you can click on the map if you're in the battle, and you get to see these little stars things. It is super important. In fact, it is 100% recommended to get all 3 of these stars at once, rather than doing 2-star, 1-star, and then come back to it and waste more stamina. This game does have a stamina system where you can't play as much as you want, and it refills over time. With the first two, initial clear, story clear, whatever, that just means play the game. The third one is the one where it requires your attention. Have one Soul Weaver in your team. Soul Weaver means healer, and I don't have a Soul Weaver in my team because I forgot to add Aether, your free Soul Weaver, because he's a healer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click the little pause thing here, and for those who are wondering, oh, am I gonna lose my stamina? No. What's cool about this game is that you actually don't lose any stamina if you click yield or try again. So I'm gonna click try again. I didn't lose any stamina. I got it refunds you. I'm gonna choose Vildred as my supporter because Vildred is broken. Aether. Okay, so the person in the front has the highest chance of being attacked. That's all you need to know. Okay, one more note. This is probably a good time to explain the element system in this game. So I'm gonna put hopefully a chart here that explains the elements. It is super brain dead easy, not complicated at all. The main things you gotta worry about are three things: water, fire, and grass. Okay, now use common sense. Fire beats water. I mean, water beats fire, fire beats grass, and grass beats water, right? So what does that mean? It means if a fire unit attacks this, so if you look at my mouse here, above each character's health bar, you'll see their level, and then you'll see the color behind the level. So this is a level 3 slime with a green background. That means this slime is a grass type unit. So currently it is Aether's turn. Aether is a water type. He is level 1 and he's a water type. If a water type attacks a disadvantage element, so grass, I have a 50% chance of missing. What does that mean? Missing means that your damage is going to be reduced by like 75%. Right? So in other words, if you do 1,000 damage, you will only deal like 100 or 50. It's very low. Like your damage is significantly reduced. Now, what happens if Aether hits a fire type unit? Well, that means he has a 15% increased crit chance. He has a higher chance of critically hitting them. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna say the numbers. You have a higher chance of critically hitting them, and I believe you also deal more damage. Okay. Another note: when you play the game, especially early on, you will level up a lot. So rank is your account level. Every time you rank up, you get some energy back, which is very good. This number gets higher and higher as you go. But however, it does take longer to level up the higher rank you are. So you know, and also it increases your max energy. Again, energy is what's used for you to play most of the game. Again, it's very important to get 3 stars on every mission, so you don't have to waste more energy to redo the battle to get the requirements. So pay attention to the requirements to get 3 stars for this thing, for the mission. Now you'll be getting this character. This is not a character. This is called a guardian. This guardian is a supporter for you, like an extra supporter. It's like your specialty ability that everyone has. Don't think too much about it. Ignore the stars. It's just a guardian. I'll explain how the guardian system works. So you choose your supporter. And as you can see right here, there's just like this little empty slot that's available once you get the character. This is your guardian. To use guardians, as you can see in top here, it requires soul burns. So let me move my camera down here. This Arceus, however you pronounce his name, we call him Arky. Takes 3 soul burns. This one takes more, 6, and then so forth, 5. Okay, so I'm gonna explain how Arky works. Okay, before I do that, you can see the boss's health right here, the level and the class type, and the element type. You can also hold your left mouse or whatever you do. If you're on the phone, hold fingers. I don't know, on the touch thingy. You can see their abilities. So just keep that in mind. You can see your boss's abilities and when they're going to be up. So in 2 more turns, this ability is going to be used next. So just keep that in mind. You can see the little strip here. Now for Arky, see how it's glaring up. That means I can use it. So I'll just use it right now. It requires 3 soul burns. I have 3 soul burns exactly, and it will consume them and activate Arky. He's going to do a lot of damage based on the proportion to your entire team's attack, and giving everyone a buff for 2 turns. After you finish the green big giant wolf boss, you will be then 2 things will occur. 1, you'll get your favorite 5-star or your desired 5-star, or you will restart your game, or you'll just continue regardless of what you got from the summon. Something cool about this game is that, unlike other gacha games, this game gives you 30 attempts to get one of your favorite 5-star characters in this game. Every day, once every day, you can get a free summon, and I'll do that right now. No, okay, if the book doesn't glow yellow, that means it's a 3-star hero. Or a 3-star artifact, whatever which. But this is gonna be a hero.
It's me, Montmorency.
And we got Momo.
Eventually, yes.
Momo is, well, I mean, immediately I'm going to replace Aether with Momo because I want Momo to level up and I want Momo to reach level 50 to evolve. And I'll talk more about this evolution and promotion, which can only occur to 3-star characters. Only 3-star characters can promote to become a real character. Not all 3 stars, but some 3 stars can, like Lorena that I mentioned, and then Momo as well. Now, the big time event, Selective Summon. Click here. The book is glowing. Okay, cool beans. This is an artifact. What are artifacts? Artifacts are like extra passives for your characters, right? So this one is, it increases effect resistance by 30% when the caster's health is 50% or more, blah, 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 okay? Ignore that. Artifacts don't matter at all for Selective Summon. You want to focus on a 5-star character. You can just spam left click to skip all this. I got a oh boy, bad roll. This is very tempting. If you're a person who never played this game, this looks pretty good, but it's actually a trash roll. Purgus is trash, and then 2 of the same 4-star artifacts, not good. So what if you don't like what you see? You just click here, summon again. You do not get to keep these, but you get to, it's like drawing a new deck. You're just drawing a new deck. Okay, after some time, I have summoned all 3 of my things, and I got Jack Diddley Squad. I did not get Vildred or Sigrid, but that's okay. All you want to do is click confirm because you have no other option to do so. If you did get Sigrid, keep it. If you got Vildred, you have 2 choices. Keep it if you don't care and you just want to play, or reroll. Now let's talk about reroll. It's exactly what I'm doing. Let's say you got nothing or you want a Sigrid but you couldn't get her, right? You want to click on the top right corner with the little 4 square things building on top of each other, like a Windows logo. You click that, you click the gear in the bottom right, and then you click on delete account. Now, what's another cool aspect of this game is that you don't need to create another email. I don't recommend doing guest. Just you create an account, email, password, and that's it. You'll be using that for the whole time. This isn't deleting an account. This is restarting your account, which is a huge difference. I know this pretend this is a typo. You're not actually deleting your account. You are restarting this account. All you have to do is type in, and I will do this with you. I mean, I'm on a guest account, so technically it's not really an account, but you know what I mean. It's fine. This is just for demonstration. You delete it, it puts you back in the main menu, and then you just click play, log into your account, and you're done. You don't need to create a new account. You don't need to have a bunch of fake emails. This is not that sweaty. This is a very casual reroll for Epic 7. It takes literally like 10 to 15 minutes, depending on if you skip the cutscenes, skip the everything, tutorial, and then you go to 1-4, beat the wolf boss, you summon, and then rinse and repeat. Literally takes 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna cut the video here. If you guys enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and smack. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really care. But depending on how this video turns out, I'm going to upload another part of explanations of a walkthrough for the early to mid game. Again, I've never actually reached the end game for Epic 7. But I like to think I know what I'm talking about for early mid-game. If there are any Epic 7 veterans, feel free to put some tips or some errors that I said or whatever. That's fine. I'm completely open to criticism. But for those who are new here, I hope I have helped you. And if you have any questions, please post it down below. And I'm going to see you guys all, Loki and non-Loki players, next time. Peace.